So anyway, that's why goblin lawyers aren't allowed to practice before the dragon bar anymore.
Exactly. I mean, you'd think they'd study more. Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction on the Games Tavern. We're so excited to have you here today. It's been a little while, but we're excited to be back. We have our lovely cast and crew here, minus one who is nesting nicely in their new abode and will be back with us soon. Alex, we're thinking of you. If you can't see us yet, you will. Know that we're thinking of you. We're seeing chat start to kick up a little bit, hopefully. Looks like it, yeah. So, where we last left off, the party, my goodness, where the party had gone down into the Undermountain on the knowledge that there might be a dragon whose soul they could either take or contract out to exchange to hopefully get Luciano's soul back. Their other choice is to go directly into hell itself. Either one of which is not palatable, but one's faster than the other one, and they of course chose faster, not easier. So they went into the Undermountain. Of course, having the excitement-fueled traveling trips down there, they've encountered a number of different things, and finally made themselves into the Wildwood. In the Wildwood, they met Willow, the keeper of the Wildwood, and heard the roar of the dragon in the distance. After acquiring the Fey Slayer, a arrow of slaying, they have made their way to the dragon itself, which was quite polite, and proceeded to, carve up some giant vegetables that had been growing and delve up its massive pot of various produce, all in the hopes of making a dinner, a sumptuous feast, possibly of whatever was handy, including large humanoid adventurers. However, sparkling-eyed that they are, they spotted something a little out of place on this particular large adult green dragon. Huge adult green dragon. There was a sword sticking out from its skull. The dragon referred to itself as we several times. A number of other clues that not all was as it seemed. Realizing that something must be up, the party readied itself. Luciano successfully cast Hold Monster, causing it to freeze into place, whereupon Garlo sprinted to the top of the dragon and upon its head snatched the sword completely out of its skull. The dragon is held into position. What happens next determines the fate of Luciano and quite possibly the rest of the party. Can I get some dragon fight music, please?
Dragon Slayer, preferably.
Dragon Slayer music, maybe? Nah, dragon fight. Slayer hasn't happened yet. The party and I have been going back and forth since we've last talked, and I'm fully prepared to TPK them tonight. Here we go. The music is in. Rolled for initiative has already occurred.
Who's
Garlo
what?
just went. Luciano, you cast Hold Monster with Surprise. So it is your move, if I recall correctly.
I don't think Rafe or Turja have rolled yet.
Oh, they have not. Well, please do so.
Oh, geez.
And did the initiative start after the sword pull? Or after the hold?
After the hold.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Rafe, I guess, now that the initiative is rolled. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Rafe.
Let's see. I think I am going to do the least judicious thing possible. And cast haste on Garlo. I am close enough, I believe. I am within 30 feet, so I can cast... Well, am I within 30 feet because Garlo is on top of a dragon right now?
The dragon is huge.
Right.
You're already... Hang on a minute here. You are 19 feet just standing, plus the dragon's on top of that building adding another 10 feet. So you're already at 29 feet. I would assume if you're on top of the dragon's head, you are now outside of 30 feet.
Yeah. All right. That was what I was worried about. Let's see.
Are we on different levels? Because we were
Yes.
chatting.
Yeah, we're no.
Yes,
we're on,
you were,
we're on
but you
different
didn't
levels.
climb onto the roof. You climbed up on the roof when you got to the dragon's head, because you're already fast as can be, and the dragon was held, making for an easy climb. But everybody else was on the first level, or on the level below the building itself where the dragon was sitting.
Yeah. So I am going to instead, having wasted all this time, I think I'm going to cast Dream of Drowning on the dragon.
Dream of Drowning.
Yes.
Is
It
this?
is a Charisma 16 save.
Where does this spell come from?
Oh, this is the spell that you agreed needed to be modified because it didn't fit Rafe thematically. Now it does.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so this is the thematic shift. Okay. Okay. Excellent. You cast Dream of Drowning. Can you explain to everyone what Dream of Drowning does?
So, for those of you that haven't watched all 69 episodes yet, first of all, shame on you. But secondly, you would not remember that for a very long period, Rafe himself suffered from dreams of drowning, which were essentially his father trying to call him back to the ocean where he could give him things, questionable things. Rafe has taken that experience and turned it into something that is completely horrifying for people who are not aquatic elves. So they get to experience all the terror, all of the existential dread, and none of the upsides of drowning.
Mm-hmm.
The upsides?
At some point you actually die.
A hot lifeguard could resuscitate you.
That's true.
True.
See, that's it. Luciano, cup always full.
Yeah.
Cup half full
Anyway.
for Luciano.
You will either take 18 or 9 psychic damage.
Is there a save to this?
Yeah, it's a Charisma 16 save.
Charisma 16. Let's see what we get.
Yep.
Oh, that's you, not it. Sorry. That one does not count. That is not the dragon. All right, here we go. Charisma what?
16.
Well, with a 1, it fails. Or a bad.
Okay, so it takes 18 psychic damage and it is incapacitated because it is drowning in its own mind.
Stand by. Legendary resistance. It succeeds instead.
Okay. So it takes 9 psychic damage and does not become incapacitated.
It feels water everywhere as if it's entering its lungs. It can't cough it out because it's held briefly, and it's you see water draining out of it, but you see it getting angrier. Because, by the way, green dragons can breathe water.
I was actually wondering that.
Yeah.
Whether this would work.
Damn, right?
Wait a minute, I can't drown.
But it suddenly was a surprise as it starts choking up on water. All right, it takes the damage. What else you doing?
I don't know why it made me roll that, but fun.
What did it do?
I clicked on incapacitated on Shard Tabletop, which is a wonderful interface. And apparently I can roll my save against it there.
Oh,
So,
okay. Nice.
Good job, Riff. 18.
Yeah.
That's a good
Hell
roll.
Looks
yeah.
good. Looks good.
Yeah.
I see what you
Yep.
did there. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks. I'm done. That's my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn? Okay. Okay, so if that is the case, hold on here. We are now on to Luciano. Luciano, where are you at?
I'm still
You're still what?
next to the dragon. I talked to it now. I'm holding it.
Not
Say again?
romantically.
Oh no.
You gonna roll to seduce the dragon?
No, I already tried.
Yeah.
All right. I am just going to.
You're right at the wall.
A hamstring. Standing right in front of me. So I cast Hamstring. With a 20 to hit.
Hamstring. My gosh, we're pulling out all sorts of crazy spells today. Please tell us, what does hamstring do?
Well, I'm holding him still with just my willpower. And at the same time, I'm trying to make sure Garlo doesn't tumble off of him. But I will shoot him. I shoot him with an arrow of Eldritch Energy. So just out of my other hand, it's just a zap. It's a little leftover from my Warlock day.
Okay.
And make the ranged spell attack. On a hit, you take 1d4 force damage, which is actually going to go up to...
Yeah, what's your level?
and then you-
9?
At 5th level, it goes 2d.
Okay.
And then you can't take reaction your next turn. That's 3 damage.
Okay.
Hey, that's 3 force damage.
Force damage. Go.
When you're fighting
Well-
dragons, the type matters.
It's being held.
Get over there.
Lester Navely sees what you're doing.
Sure.
Did he get... Did you guys give him a crossbow or anything?
Mm-hmm.
We
got
gave
it
him a
out of the bag.
sword.
You gave him a
and
sword.
I think we gave him. We gave him a crossbow. We gave him my old crossbow.
I'm
You did
Bardic
do
Garlo.
that. Well, he's like, oh snap! And immediately snatches up his crossbow, which he's already loaded because he thinks ahead like that, and fires it dutifully into the dragon. And every hit's a critical hit, you said?
He has
no.
all
Within 5
advantage.
feet.
Hmm?
All melee attacks.
Oh,
Like,
melee
5
attacks.
feet.
Ah, okay.
All within 5, but he does have advantage. All attack
does
rolls
have-
have advantage.
Okay, well, we'll see how he does here. Does a 17 hit the dragon? It does not. The crossbolt bounces harmlessly off of the dragon's hardened scales. And with that, it is now the dragon's turn. The dragon attempts a charisma save against hold monster. Is that correct?
Find out.
It's a charisma save, yes?
Find out.
On the DC?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Ooh. And he rolls a 7.
How come I didn't get a chance to attack in the first round?
Because of the initiative order. Because of the way initiative rolled after the fact.
Okay.
Otherwise, the dragon would have gone first, right away. But it's your turn, Turja.
Is it still paralyzed?
It is, and it's getting pissed.
I run up. Do I have to like leave 15 feet to get up onto the platform?
You have to climb 10 feet to get up onto the platform.
Okay,
a
so
second,
can I
close my-
make
But
it
you have to
using
climb.
my?
Oh, you're 5 feet away. Yeah, you'll have to move 15 feet to it.
Okay, so but I don't need to use my bonus action for extra motion.
Nope, but you do need to make an acrobatics check to see if you can climb it.
Okay, acrobatics. Thank you, God.
22. You make it right up.
I
Literally,
pull my
vice
rapier.
versa and go.
I pull my rapier and I take a swipe at it. And since I have advantage, I have sneak attack. And since it's paralyzed, I have crit.
So you just gotta hit it.
Yep. So rapier.
Is the rapier magical?
No.
Okay.
And then where's the crit?
Oh, you gotta roll to hit first.
Well, it's an automatic crit because.
If you hit, you still have to hit it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You have advantage on it, but it's still gotta make the hit. That'll
Okay.
do.
Well, that'll do it. Okay.
27
on the die.
hits.
And
yeah.
then
And it's
sneak
critical
attack.
automatically, so
So I will rapier.
Just hit roll critical.
Yeah, I know. 46 piercing.
sweet jumping Jehoshaphat's. That hurt. It's pretty angry.
I use bonus. I know. I use bonus.
You can move away freely because it can't take reactions.
That's true. I'm trying to think if I can use my bonus for anything else that's handy. No, off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of anything. I think I'll move a little bit away on the principle of if I'm not in its immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Oh, and for anybody who's curious, it automatically fails strength and dexterity saves. Well,
It's just held in position.
So
Garlo.
what you're saying is now's the time to grapple a dragon.
if you want to be a dragon grappler, now is the time.
If you want to grapple dragons. I'm trying to imagine how, because Garlo raged pre, so I don't have to use that, so I have my bonus action. But I'm wondering how dark is Garlo feeling? We're gonna use pull his great axe. I have the sword in my hand. Is it doing anything to me?
Hi.
Hey.
What's your alignment, real quick?
Garlo is, I believe, chaotic good. Yeah, chaotic good.
Is
Carlo?
anyone in the party neutral good?
I am actually.
I think I am as well. Hang on a second. Let me actually look for once. Yes, I am.
I know I put it in. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Yep.
I had control of that dragon. Why did you remove me?
Because I need it.
You need the dragon or you needed me?
I need the dragon. I tried to barter with you. Now hold on. And I'm gonna go ahead and. Are you gonna help me here, or am I just gonna have to hold you aside for now?
Need to one of the other ones around.
What's your problem? I'm gonna throw it. Just cast it off to the side. This sword's talking. If anyone wants it, and
You cast it off and it falls, and it goes shunk right through the cement. Spikes it.
I think Garlo's gonna
What did it
pull out.
say?
I don't know. It's kind of a dick. And Garlo's gonna go ahead and pull out his great axe. Now, I'm gonna take some swings, but I'm on this thing's face. How do you feel about a paralyzed creature that's... Because I imagine this head is very large, probably like a small, like a Geo Metro size.
Oh, at least, yeah. It could eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, how do you feel about me just going ahead and whacking it in the eyes?
I mean, you've got the potential.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start swinging away, but I'm gonna go for the eye, I guess, just right in the
Okay.
face.
All right.
And I have advantage, which is wonderful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swing away. Great axe. with
Now that we realize
advantage.
it's paralyzed, you can do so without penalty.
Mhm. Plus 9. 20 to hit.
20. Second here. Does hit.
Perfect. I'm gonna roll this beautiful bean footage with the auto crit. Wait, hold on. That's not quite right, is it?
You didn't roll crit.
Not yet, but also it should be Great Weapon Master. Should be, because it doesn't have the full plus to my attack.
Are you
Weapon
a sneak
Master in
attack
there?
as a rogue?
What's that?
I do, but only when I'm using different weapons.
Yeah, you can't use it with a great axe.
Can't
Oh,
use it with my
okay.
great axe. But no. So where's that? Okay, no, that was right. So never mind. So that is 30 points of magic slashing damage to that face.
Okay. You severely injure the eye, but it is not blinded yet.
Okay, second attack. Come on. 26.
26 hits.
Okay. And roll crit. 28 magic slashing damage.
You see tears wheeling from its eye as it turns bright red and is no longer functioning.
And then, as a bonus action, I look at it in its face, and I like have the axe in my hand. I'm standing on it, like surfing a little bit, and I bonus action. I grab my pipe and I say, "Here's looking at you," and I blow through it like a kazoo. And I can cast a cloud of daggers, which is a 5-foot cube of magic daggers. And then this I will put.
Is that an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay.
Bonus action to cast the spell through the item. But I will leave it to you as far as wording goes, because cloud of daggers. Is a point within range, makes a 5-foot cube on all sides. You center it on a spot. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when they're in it. But the condition for paralyzed creature getting critical is the attack has to be within 5 feet.
I will not count this as a melee attack. It is a magical attack.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's pretty badass.
So I will put that in. I need to make a different spell effect, but it is 4d4, and it is when it enters the spell area for the first time or starts its turn. So on its turn, it will take 4d4 magic slashing.
Okay.
And that is my go.
All right, Rafe, it is your move.
Seeing that I am no closer to Garlo, I am going to take some time and try and... You said this is roughly 15 feet, this tower?
The tower is 10 feet high, but I mean, you can see it's actually not a tower, it's a single level building.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to jump up and pull myself up using acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Roll.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and roll. No, that's not going to do it.
You struggle to get up. You don't fall down or anything, but you're definitely not able to get a handhold or a foothold. You're trying to figure out where Turja was able to grapple onto and knock it out.
Yep. All right. That is my movement expended. I'm going to go ahead and... Let's see. Where am I? Don't want to cast that. Don't want to cast that. Ooh. That I might want to cast.
Ooh, it's that.
It's that.
That. It's that nebulous bat. We've
heard about that before.
Yes.
Is it all that?
It's that thing. I'm actually going to go ahead and cast a... Well, you know what? You can read for yourself.
Bigby's hand? Oh my gosh, we haven't seen that in forever. Okay, which Bigby's hand are we using?
I need to double check that I've selected the correct Bigby's hand here. I think we're going to use Grasping Hand.
Okay. The huge or smaller?
Correct me if I'm
creature?
wrong. This dragon is huge, right?
Yes,
Not
huge or
larger than
smaller.
huge?
You can do that with a huge. Yep.
Yeah, I believe I was making the correct choice here. But yes, so that is the spell that is in effect. I am going to use sorcery points, so I don't have to concentrate on it.
Okay.
So it is an autonomous Bigby's hand, and it is going to try and grapple that dragon, which is currently paralyzed, so it automatically succeeds.
Oh my gosh.
We're just rushing.
This paralyzation,
nesting
I'm pretty sure you
holds
weren't
on this
banking on
dragon.
it.
Yeah. So it is grappling, bludgeoning damage equal to 2d6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Let's see what that is.
Would that be critical if it hits?
It's grappling, so...
And it's in 5 feet, technically.
Yeah.
As a magical attack, does it count for melee?
It doesn't say melee, it says within 5 feet.
The attack.
Well, technically, if I shoot an arrow at it and it hits, then the arrow's within 5 feet when it hits, but that's not. That's
It would be a straight roll though, since you.
No,
have
if the
advantage, but
attacker is within 5 feet.
Yeah, the hand is the attacker. I'm not the attacker.
Oh, fair enough then.
It's not me, it's the hand.
I didn't do it.
Talk to the hand.
So that is, let's see, plus my caster ability, which is, I just want to make sure I'm correct on this. believe it's +4, so that would be 13, and I think it's force damage because this is a force construct.
Is it a crit though? DM clarification.
Yeah.
I do not count spells as melee attacks.
Okay. Yep.
Per
So
the DMG and some other things I read from before they retired.
Yeah. So 13 force damage to this dragon, and that is my turn.
I will count spells as melee attacks if they are things that are attached to a melee weapon. So if it's like Green Flame Blade, Thunder
Just for
Blade, that type of stuff. Yeah.
It's not melee attacks, it's attack within 5 feet.
Any attack.
Oh, my mistake. Thank you for that, Luciano. In
Oh.
that case, yeah, go ahead, double that down.
So that is now 20 damage, 20 force damage.
Okay, so we had. Okay, there we go. All right, so we added all that up. Boom, done. All right.
Oh, and it's technically grappled if it stops being paralyzed. So
Okay. Well, I have some
all the
good news
debuffs.
and some bad news. Good news for the dragon, bad news for you guys. The dragon does have legendary actions as well. And one of them it doesn't have to move to do. It's just an ability. A noxious miasma fills the air around the dragon, centered on Garlo. You need to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Forget, you have Gift of Luck and Bardic.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and take the advantage on this one.
hey, what size is that? And is it a? I guess it would technically be a sphere effect.
It will.
Oh, 25
Jesus.
without
25?
using anything.
Okay.
I guess
in that
I
case,
claimed the advantage, so I'll see if I
you
crit.
take.
Yeah.
What's in here? No damage at all. You survive. However, you now feel that noxious miasma surrounding you at this time. Luciano, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Don't I go after the dragon?
It's but
Not the
we're after
turn,
Ray.
It was the legendary action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw this effect happen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
Hmm?
Take a guess. And Luciano is going to quickly sing about safety. He's going to give you like a little OSHA song about dangers of chemicals and storage, and cast protection from poison on Garlo.
What's the range of that spell?
That's not a concentration, is it?
Touch. No, it's a touch. So I do have to get up there. So let me figure out how I want to get up there. Oh,
Let me scramble.
Hey. Scramble. Well, it's an action. Okay, perfect. I can make. Oh no, but it's leveled spell, then it's cantrip, then leveled spell, right?
One or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, bonus action. That's what I meant. Bonus action, cantrip, leveled spell action, right? Or
It's just as is. So you can do a leveled spell in a cantrip if they have a casting time of a bonus action. But
So instead, I'll save that. We'll see. I'll come in here. I'm gonna cast. Well, no, I don't need to cast that. You're immune to that. Never mind. I will just go ahead and. Vicious. Throw him a little mean word. Looks stupid. His stupid head has a hole in it. He's a stupid water dragon. He lives in a cave, underground. Nobody likes him. I really am laying it in thick.
What is the spell? What is the
Vicious
effect?
mockery.
Okay.
That's a wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Your lair
that's,
wax.
lizard.
Your legendaries whack.
that's pretty harsh. But it gets a 15, so it hurts it.
Hell yeah, that's 2d4, baby! That's another 5 psychic damage. Take that. I think there's also a secondary. Disadvantage on next attack roll it makes. Third.
No, can't make attack rolls right now anyway.
Well, if it saves, might.
Nope, not.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay.
And then I'm gonna once again, Bardic Garlo. Garlo, get the hell off of there!
That's very good.
Can I
Bardic.
hold more? Can I hold multiple Bardics?
I burned it.
No.
If you didn't burn it,
I didn't burn it. I didn't need to. So
then
you
I'll
can pass
pass
it
it
to
to
somebody else.
Turgid, 'cause she's up there.
There you go.
Just in case she gets in the line of something.
Okay. All right. Lester attempts to take a shot. Here
Come on,
we go.
Lester.
Dare to dream, Lest.
I somewhat of-
Reloading, firing with a 9.
Did you
But
roll with advantage?
advantage, here it comes.
Come on, Lest.
16
Lest-
still doesn't hit, but it bounces off. He's putting shots into
damn
the
it, Lester.
dragon. He's hitting. It's just bouncing off the armor. He hasn't found.
so
the-
it doesn't count. No.
He's like, so you do better against a dragon with a light crossbow. It's not
like saying,
magical with all
and
your
it
fancy
bounced off
stuffs.
target.
And
Like,
he's
okay.
shaking. He's shaking as he reloads the next bolt. Gotta load it faster. Gotta load it faster. These people are fucking crazy. You gotta load it faster. All right.
It's your first dragon fight.
The dragon has decided to use a legendary resistance.
First things first. 4d4.
Oh.
Magic damage.
Roll it.
Which I can roll. 9.
9.
9.
All right. The dragon has decided to use a legendary resistance to basically ignore this hold effect going on, and immediately makes a rend attack against the creature that has blinded one of its eyes. Let's see here. Does a 30 hit?
Yep.
You take yes 18 slashing damage
Half the
And-
9.
plus I need you will take hold on a second, it doesn't have a DC on this, it just says you take poison damage.
What was this? Was this a bite or something?
No, it's a rend, so any attacks from this green dragon are poisonous.
This done an attack roll? Because you have
It's done it.
disadvantage.
It's what's that?
You have disadvantage on your next attack roll. So is that a roll to hit?
It was I
Disadvantage.
can do a disadvantage on that. Hold on a second. We can do disadvantage on that. What was that? Does a 13 hit you?
No. No,
Okay.
it does not.
So that takes care of that attack roll. We'll roll another one. He's going to
Oh,
do Mind Spike on you.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. It's lots of fun.
Mine's not fractured at all, right?
I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, we'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Okay. In which case, hold on a second here. It doesn't have it on here. It has it on here. In that case, you take 3d8 psychic damage. I've never had to use this one before. This is pretty cool. I like it. So 3d8 psychic damage. causing 19 points of psychic damage, and
Halved to
whatever half of that would be, rounded down. Why are you taking half? Are you raging?
yeah.
Okay.
Ask the barbarian if he's raging.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought he
Always.
was, but I just wanted to be sure it wasn't something else.
That's his secret. He's always raging.
Oh. You feel a connection to this dragon as if it always knows where you are. It's as if there are still two eyes staring at you the whole time. And you feel it rooting around in your thoughts and dreams as it has spiked itself into your mind. And then it attempts to attack you one more time. With that, it strikes. Here we go. Is the next attack at disadvantage?
No.
Just the next.
Just the first
So,
one. All right. Was that 13 twice?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was. Does a 13 hit you?
does not.
It does not. Okay. At that point, the dragon immediately shifts
Can't. It's grappled.
by... Oh.
He's
I
hurt.
forgot about that.
It can do a strength check here. What's the strength it's got to beat?
It would need to use its action to do an athletics check to break the grapple.
To break grapple. Yep.
Oh, it would. Okay.
Just for the record, Bigby's hand has a strength of 26.
Got it.
The big
All
hit.
right.
Big ol'
It is
hand.
now Turgis' move.
Okay. Random question. Is this thing actually blinded by Garlo's previous actions?
No, it
Just
is.
checking.
It ain't got
It
no
has-
eyes.
It's got
Okay.
one eye.
I drop my rapier and pull out my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
I use my bonus action to switch to rapid fire, and
Do you-
I take
Drop your rapier.
yeah,
Okay.
and I take a shot with my crossbow.
At the
I don't
dragon.
suppose. What?
Mhm. At the dragon. Okay.
Yes. I don't suppose we still have advantage.
Nope.
I mean, I'm
I mean-
on it.
Yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, but the just for hitting in the first place.
Yeah, you can
Do
hit.
you, do you get advantage for?
He's grappled.
Yeah, he's grappled.
Perfect. Alrighty, 22 to hit then,
Okay. 22 hits.
and then so 3d8 plus sneak attack.
And no auto crits though. unfortunate.
33 plus 1 second for 2 more d8. 43 points piercing damage.
This thing is looking extremely, extremely bloody. It is on its last legs, and it is struggling to get away.
That's Luciano's moment.
Remember what we
Oh, no.
said about how you get the soul of this creature.
Did we say that in game?
No, but he
Yeah.
knows it. He knows it intrinsically.
But if you didn't
Garlo.
say it in game, we don't know it intrinsically.
Garlo, what are you doing?
Looks really hurt.
Extremely on the brink.
All right. Then I would like to look at Lucy. I'll yell at it. I'm gonna grab it by its one good fucking eyelid and say, "Are you ready to make a deal now?"
What's the deal?
Do it! We
Her
don't want to
soul
hurt
and
you!
you live.
What do I get in return?
Life.
I'm
No
gonna go
one
ahead-
makes that deal.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go for the swings, but I'm going to, instead of the bladed part of my axe, I'm going to go non-lethal and use basically the flat of my axe. I'm going to give this thing a concussion and just try to knock it out.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and do my swings, and I'll go reckless because Lucy needs this. And I am a good vet.
Yeah.
So recklessly, I will attack at a 22 for the first and a 25 for the second.
So the actual roll is 25, right?
Actual roll is 25.
Okay. You hit with the flat of the blade. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will roll some damage. Let's see. 19 bludgeoning
It
damage,
would be
I guess?
bludgeoning in this case. But if it's damage, what are we talking about here? Because when we say you're trying to give it a concussion, but to do that,
I'm going non-lethal.
Flat of the blade.
So I'm gonna knock it out. If it hits 0 but non-lethally, then it should be unconscious, correct? Am I misinterpreting?
I may not be familiar with that piece. That's the thing I'm just trying to double check here, and I think that's fine. We'll roll with that. That works for me too. So you do that, whang, and it goes and falls to the ground. And you with it on its head, riding it down. Boom.
Fred Flintstone style, I ride the tail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now what?
Is it unconscious?
It appears to be.
I mean, it's still grappled, so I say, let's say do what you need to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
So it's Rafe's turn if you're done, Garlo.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
I can't really hold another. It fell to the ground, right?
Yeah, well, the part not grappled, because the part that's grappled is just kind of being held up, and like one of its limbs is being held.
Is it looking like is its head on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't really use another item, so I'll dismiss my blades, my psychic blades. They're underneath the dragon token, but
okay.
And then I'll just. I mean, can I hold for my second attack, or am I kind of out?
I mean, you can hold your. I think that's your action once you've done the first.
No worries.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's your
then,
action. Once you're gonna have to accept that you lost those. It's not like you can't do a crap ton more if you need to. And I don't even think you've been scratched yet.
Is his
have
technically
the most magnificent technique and tactics I've seen in a long time. So,
curiosity's sake, is his health at 0 or 1?
his health is at, you don't know. He's just really bloodied.
Yeah.
I mean, extremely bloodied. Like there's crossbolt wounds in it. There's.
I only ask based on non-lethal, but also based on Brandon. If Brandon gets it to 0, he does get a bonus action attack. So could he hold that bonus action attack?
Oh, it's okay. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. My rage will continue for another round.
I don't think
have
that's
swung.
a concern. I'll be terribly honest.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't think you should be sweating that. But Rafe, what are you doing?
I'm holding my action.
What is your action that you're holding?
Oh no, I'm going to wait. I'm dropping an initiative order.
But when you say you're holding an action, that means something different usually.
Big B's hand.
Oh no,
punches.
I can just choose not to take my turn in initiative order. Just keep dropping.
So he's just gonna not.
Okay. Typically, when you hold action, there's a trigger. But okay. Luciano, it's your turn.
Yeah. Lucy's gonna see the moment, and he's going to. This is what 10 foot you said. Is there a stairway up here?
Not that you can see.
To the platform?
There is not. I mean, there's doors on the outside, but you haven't gone inside.
I'm going to use my action
You're
to
not
give
on the
Luciano a
platform.
boost.
Right, so you
Action
all right,
that
there's
gives
the
you a
action.
I don't
we're
need a
looking for.
boost. I
He
don't
hunkers
need a
down,
boost. I
says,
have a
"Just climb on
flying
my
broom.
back and lift up."
I can fly. I'm fine. I just thought there was a way up.
Are you gonna cast fly?
No, there's no way up.
No, I get on my broom of flying.
Oh, you're broom of flying. Okay. Okay.
And I go up, and it's just a battle scream. Lucy's giving it full theatrics. As if, like there's a stadium of people watching. You foul beast! It is time to die! And just takes his tiny little dagger, his magical dagger, and just like in the head of the beast.
Okay. Roll for damage with critical.
Oof. Only a 9.
Well, you get to roll with advantage. It's unconscious.
Oh, right.
Let's hope you don't botch.
Oh, it's a 14.
14.
What? Oh, does that hit?
No, it does
No.
not. It bounces
I'm gonna
off the
use.
scales.
That's what I'm asking.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast bonus action.
Wait, is
Or
this
is it-
your magical dagger?
Yeah.
Well, is your magical dagger showing the bonus from that dagger?
Not a bonus to it.
Yeah, there
It
should
would
be.
be a +1 if it's a magic dagger.
A +1 won't help him anyway.
No,
That's
it
true.
won't.
No, it's not a magic. There's no pluses to it. But
Oh,
I will
okay.
cast auspicious warning on myself. Reaction.
Okay.
I get to roll. 16 hit.
What's that do? A 16 does hit.
Oh, okay. Well, it takes me a second, then I finally.
Actually, no. A 19 is what's required to hit. You did not.
Then I
hit.
don't. I can't get in here.
You're trying to wedge it in between some scales.
Yeah.
You're not quite making it in there.
How did you make this look so fucking easy, Carlo?
Carlos just not trying. I'm gonna roll a charisma check to try to hide my face that I'm a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
-1 to deception. 9.
Hell yeah.
It's visible. You could tell that Garlo's disappointed, and you're.
It
I'm
literally
just
a
like,
dead
God
dragon.
damn it! Everybody's watching. Nobody's watching. I gotta do this.
Lester's
my turn.
recocking the crossbolt. You got anything
Hold,
else
Lester.
in you, Lucy?
That's bonus
Okay.
in action
He attempts
and reaction.
He attempts to shoot the dragon because he
Oh,
doesn't
can we
know
tell
any
him
better.
to hold?
What? Huh? Hold?
Hold on, buddy. Less is
Oh,
more.
I turn. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Lester and be like, "You fucking shoot that bolt! I swear to God." I hold my dagger to him.
No,
You're a lot
okay.
easier to stab than a dragon.
Points it down.
It's my
Exit.
leftover.
Accidentally fires.
Warlock,
Shatters on the concrete. Oh Jesus! Oh.
Safety on, Lester.
By, by Lathander's light, that sucked. And he starts reaching for another crossbolt, pulls it out. All right. The dragon.
Yeah.
We're gonna check its constitution here. It remains unconscious.
Can we all just like
Turja, what are you
Hold our-
doing?
Just hold turns until if it
just
moves.
all hold turns until Luciano actually
Okay.
manages
I like to
stab
imagine
it.
Luciano is just constantly like, "God damn it!"
All right, so Turja's holding, got the crossbolt leveled. Garlo's holding, got the heavy battle axe leveled. Rafe is holding.
Yep.
Whatever horrible magical thing he's gonna drop or help with. Luciano, here is your
Let's go.
chance. I can't say that the dragon will stay unconscious another turn, buddy.
That's fine. Don't. It'll be fine.
You have anything
Nice.
with a higher advantage to hit?
Why would I need it when I crit? God damn!
Natural 20. Here we go.
Straight in the forehead, right into the
Finally.
brains. My hand goes through by accident. Oh, it's nasty in here. I have
Literally-
to use that as my instrument later. Oh.
It's literally one of the like scars that Garlo gave it. You just like go in and stab further.
Yeah.
What's the damage?
That is going to
Brett.
be
Does it matter? It's already at 0.
24.
No, it's not at
4
zero.
max damage with critical.
That
6.
it's still breathing.
Oh no.
Don't you have?
And you see its eye wink open.
This is uncomfortable, guys.
Blood's coming out of its mouth.
I think it's still technically grappled.
Finish
Why didn't you
me.
use your rapier?
Finish me. And as it says that, as a legendary action, it's going to release
Do it.
its poison breath all around in a 60-foot cone that will hit.
I'm over here and I'm the one.
It's
who
not
cut
going to
his
hit
face.
you. It's not going to hit you.
I went for his face. I'm the one you can't.
It's
the reason you
hitting
can't
the
do a
one
good
that
picture
just
anymore.
stabbed it.
Do it. Do your worst.
So it's gonna hit Luciano, Rafe.
Giving the
And
performance.
that's it in the 60-foot cone. Because that's what it's got to work with. Hold on here and make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. The world and the air burns around you, and by burns I don't mean like fire. I mean like chemical, oxidizer, poison.
What was my number? I have to get 18.
18.
I will. Auspicious.
All right.
That is an 18.
Wow, look at you. Brave boy. Rafe, do you have any extra shenanigans for...
I
You
actually
take
do. I
52
do have
poison damage, half as much on a failed save.
I have
You might
favored
wanna-
by the gods though.
You mean-
So
You might want to...
6.
52 is a lot.
52 is a lot.
yeah, I can't get there.
Oy.
Half as much on a successful save. All right, so go ahead and program in that gorgeous damage. The dragon starts to try to move. Big B's hand is going. Do you make a Big B's hand? Big B's hand does not require concentration because of the way you cast it, so it holds.
Mm-hmm.
It holds. Smartest move you could have possibly have made. It
I know what I'm
shrugs. It knows it's held. It is now Turge's turn.
I cast sleep.
So fucking choice. Way to go,
Cast it.
Turge.
Cast it and roll the hit points.
25 hit points.
It drops. It's out. It's got big dragon snores that echo throughout. What are you doing, Carlo? Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Gonna go for another backhand with the great axe.
Backhand with the great axe.
Oh no, it's sleeping.
out. It's out.
Yeah.
Um,
You gonna hold?
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I will. I mean, I can't really do much at this point. I mean, it's asleep, so Lucy will have the advantage on the attack. I can't really do anything more to help with that one. So I'll yeah, I can't really do anything in this situation. So
Turja, you hear a voice in your head. Hey, milady. I'm a fine gem-encrusted sword that would only be in its best position in the hands of a noble, heroic type such as yourself. Please, scoop me up. Use me.
You should know, hanging out with Luciano, nobody ever has said milady with good intentions.
I pick up the sword.
Okay. Rafe, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself a little bit. I'm casting
Heal yourself
Cure
a lot
Wounds.
bit.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers, but I'm casting Heal Wounds at 4th level.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
15 hit points recovered.
Dragon's breath is no joke, especially as they get older. Luciano.
I'm just trying again. I'm just doing what I'm doing. There is no
It's coughing on its own blood. Here's your chance, bud. This is the weakest dragon kill ever. Come on, buddy. You can do
I
it.
grant myself advantage with second.
This is why people tend to use things that are not daggers.
Yeah. Well, my dagger is my weapon. It's my musical instrument.
Yeah. All right. 22 hits.
22 to hit. Nice. 4 damage. Why won't you die? Don't make me keep doing this.
Well, you're trying to kill a 100-foot creature with a dagger.
Does, and this is just curiosity, is sleeping targets, is that auto crits or is that?
Auto crit if you succeed, yes.
The auto crits, it's irrelevant because the breathing goes. The dragon dies right before your eyes.
I stare at Lucy.
As you hear crows flapping in the distance, birds chittering everywhere. Go ahead, Garland.
I look at Lucy, because he is the reason we're here for this part, so... Did it work?
Luciano stands there for a minute looking around, and then all at once, a purple-blue miasma just flows from the dragon through Luciano, around, swirling, and into the book that's kept in his pouch, where it goes in, and you see a bright purple, green, then red glow, back to purple as it settles and disappears. Luciano, you feel a warmth return to you that you hadn't felt up until just now, since you lost your soul. And at once, any damage you've taken is automatically healed. However, there's a sense of now relief. Is there anything else you feel, Luciano?
Great stat. I think Luciano's definitely gonna put his hand on the dragon's like, what do you call it, dragons?
What?
He's just gonna cry a little bit. Like he forced it to do it, but he's still gonna, thank you. Like he's just trying to give, at least a little bit of, I don't know how to, goodwill back. Like, appreciate the sacrifice that you didn't choose to make.
The hulking body holds, the tail goes slack and begins to hang off the side.
Wow, guys. I think we definitely did that.
Turja immediately hears a whisper. Hey, there's treasure. The dragon keeps its treasure in the building.
I tell everybody, we killed something, right? So we should leave.
Preferably before Willow comes and realizes we killed something into territory. Yes.
Turja, there's treasure. A dragon's hoard of treasure in this building.
I sheath the sword, and I just look at the others. We should go.
This dragon mentioned... can I do a perception check because this dragon had talked to us before about that we weren't after his relics.
Is that what you said?
He said that part, because he told us that when we were talking to him, that it asked if we weren't here to steal from him, which we weren't, but, I mean, we gave him the out.
Not stealing anymore. Nobody owns it now.
Okay, hold on a second here.
Carlo's gonna wrench a fang out.
You're gonna try to wrench a fang out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You'll have to cut and yank and beat.
Point of order. The grasping hand can do that.
Just like a giant dentist.
That is a true story.
Doink. So, yes, as I see Garlo go and try for a tooth, I'll just have the hand pull one out.
You want to take a couple more?
What?
Dragon teeth? I mean, that seems...
Sure, I guess. Not understanding why Garlo would want these things, I go ahead and pull a few more out for him. And then the hand disappears because time has run out.
Does the book matter to me anymore now that this soul has been taken?
Say again?
Does this book that the soul went into matter to me anymore now that the soul is gone?
It's up to you.
Do
Do you wish to get your warlock powers back instead?
No.
Okay. Well,
Dump book with the body.
you've lost your warlock powers. You still have a contract that you cannot now really go through without putting your soul back on the block. You could obviously use the book to get more if you wished, but it's your call.
Lucy's closing the chapter.
Terja, I put the sword back in the shared treasure if you want to grab it.
Sure.
And then, can I make a perception check? Because I'm trying to remember from last session, did the dragon say the stuff was here or across the bridge in its little cave?
Never said anything about where it was.
Did it say it had treasure at all?
I don't recall it saying anything about
Had-
where
it
its
was-
treasure was.
No,
So
but it
is
said
there-
it had treasure.
Mhm.
Is there an entrance to this room at all?
Yeah, there's several entrances below. Like you can
Okay,
see the
yeah, well
doors
then-
on the outside.
Since I'm down there, I'm just going to go ahead and figure out where the entrance is.
You're gonna open it up.
I I think not. No, not I. Hang on a second. Let me see what I got here.
But Big B's clenched fist will punch right through the door. Is that what we're gonna do, or how are we doing this?
Hey,
No. That spell only lasts a minute.
Mm.
Read. So
Okay.
it pulled teeth and then it disappeared.
Okay.
Scarlo bounces down, and the squares here are doors. I
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah. That's yeah, just like in old school D&D. That's the doors.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's clarifying.
I was going to
okay.
thunder wave the door, but
Let's try. So Garlo will. I mean, if you want to stand back, Rafe. I mean, I know you take a look, and so.
Sure. Okay. Step out of Garlo's way.
And then I'll open the door. And
While they're
it's a
busy
door.
with that, I think to the sword, what do you care if we get the treasure?
Gems will only make me look more grand and grant you more abilities when you wield me.
Well,
Well, fine. Don't. See if I can. And that's what you get.
I turned to Garlo and I'm just like, did you like feel warm when you like came back? Like, I feel like, oh my God, it's like I was hollow a little cold. And now all of a sudden I'm like, the warmth has returned. I feel like, when you step inside of a cold day.
Yeah, not exactly. Mine was more of a, to tell you the truth, I was kind of in pieces. So when I came back, it was a bit, not as warm. I mean, it was still warm, but it was also in that basement. It's kind of cold. I'd love to talk it over a point, but I think Turge is right. We should focus on getting out quick. But Garlo's gonna go ahead and, is this door locked? Jiggle the handle.
No.
Garlo
While
opens it.
Garlo is breaking in, I'm going to go over to where the tail of the dragon is hopefully laying down.
It is. It's hanging off the. Yeah. You can pull a few scales. Just make a survival check to see about pulling the scales real quick for me.
Yep, there you go.
Opening the door, it's dark inside. However, it appears to be lit by torches with evergreen flames. So a green light bathes the little bit of the area, but it is still very shadowy. But what is very apparent is there are a large pile of assorted loose coins all over the floor. And within that, there's a few other items piled in there, but you really can't tell what very well.
Well, since they found the treasure without my help, I walk in and I say to the sword, "All right, what gems do you want?"
Black
I walk over and I pick it up. I say, what do I do? Do I just hold it up to you?
We'll talk about that in the future. This one glows faintly when undead are within nearby area.
I see Turja holding the sword and holding the, or is it in your sheath? In your
just in her sheath, just got her hand on it, talking as she.
I've
looks
sort
at
of
this
like
pearl.
got it. I'm sort of holding it at my waist, like up a little bit, not out of the sheath, but like so it's sort of giving it like a good look at my waist,
Sure.
and I'm holding the pearl up to it, and I'm not saying anything out loud, so I just look like I'm, talking to a deaf person or something.
Nice pearl. That's pretty cool. You said we should. I think it's smart. We should probably, if we're smash and grab and try to get out of here now that we're done. Rafe has a bag. I forget if Turja has her own bag of holding. You have the coin purse. But
I have the coin purse of holding, so I shove a bunch of coins in the coin purse of holding because I remember we spent a lot before we came down here equipping ourselves.
Yeah. Garlo runs back to Rafe and says, "Hey, Rafe, can I borrow the bag?"
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Speedy style. Like Garlo's so fast. Just runs through and essentially like holds the bag sideways to get stuff into it. Just not unlike a Hoover, but just tries to. Can anyone spot what's magic and what's not?
Oi! No can friend.
Reed, have I made any progress in prying?
Oh, you totally did.
skills?
Yeah, you
Alright,
got 3
cool.
skills off of it.
All right.
I cast
So
detect magic.
So I'll just walk in
Okay.
here and see the pile of coins.
You find in the course of going through the coins as you're shoveling them in, the pearl lights up, a vial lights up, and a spell scroll lights up that's in a scroll case. With a little bit of time, because you guys are shoveling a lot of coins in and you're greedy, you determine that the potion is a potion of gaseous form, and the spell scroll is a spell scroll of Hero's Feast.
And gold if you drink the vial. I say to Rafe.
The what? No.
I don't know, but
Never.
it looks fun. It looks tasty, doesn't it? I bet you could do it. Lucy's just trying to convince him to do something stupid.
Oh yeah.
No.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Find the valuables real quick and then. All right. So as far as getting out of here, what are we thinking?
Well, I was thinking we could use the rock, the bird from the feather token, to pull us up the river.
Yeah, try. Not opposed. Because and then this is just Garlo trying to remember the way down because we teleported down a fair ways. Because we came down, then had to ford the river for a little bit. But on our way back up, this river, does it go all the way through Undermountain, or is it just for like those floors that we were here?
How would you possibly know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
The bridge to the east is over water, correct?
Yes, as a matter of fact, this particular building is connected to a archway bridge that goes over to what appears to be a cavernous opening on the other side.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume this is the same river we took into the forest.
It is. You can see where you came in further
Well, there you
up
go.
the line. I thought you meant like, does this river go all the way through?
Well, but
the
that's
mountain?
because that's
Yeah.
Garlo's question is because we teleported down
Mm-hmm.
to the whatever level we came in, and then we forded the river.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which was a level above and the level here. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if we go back up, that exact teleportation isn't there.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we'd have to.
We
Up is
Go
were
good.
told.
Down is bad. That you do know.
We were told by fully reliable goblins that if we keep following the river, eventually we will get quote unquote out.
If you go up.
We go upriver.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to check out the cave on the other side of this bridge first? I mean,
I think leaving is the prudent action right now. We've got treasure, we've got Luciano's soul back, we've got the face slayer, let's go.
And with that,
It
we're
wouldn't
going to
hurt
take
for-
a short 10-minute break, and we're going to decide exactly how they're going to decide what they're going to do next. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Exactly how
Hey,
big would the
hey.
giant bee be?
So the party is apparently discussing options, and they like insects. I would
Yeah.
like to take a quick moment just before we get started to say happy birthday to my son Owen. His birthday was last month. The very, very young man has turned 12, and he's amazing. And for his birthday, we got him none other than a Nerf Gatling gun because he had to, we want to make sure he wins the arms race in Nerf warfare technology, apparently. So he has the darn thing comes with a tripod. We hooked him up really good. He really wanted this thing, and I'm like, done, done. So the backyard is now secure in the trench that he apparently dug and log that he has for cover and concealment. So happy birthday, Owen. I love you, son. I'm thinking of you. I hope at some point you get a chance to see this. So, all right. So the party is now arguing around the building and treasure about how the hell they're going to get out of the Undermountain. So there were discussions. Let's kick it off. What are you guys?
Where there? I'm just stuffing my pockets with gold.
Yep.
But before I was gonna. So there's a bridge over there we could see. Maybe, maybe luck is finally on our side, and there's a way out on that side. Maybe not, but
Well,
we could take a look.
at a bare minimum, the shore on the other side is easier to access the river from. Let's cross and take a look.
Before we leave the corpse, I'll ask anybody else. Is there anything else valuable on a dragon? Any magic types? We got some
yes.
teeth.
The heart, but that's going to be hard to get to.
Is it? Carlos just asked.
Yes, it is going to be hard to get to.
Hey, we got a small guy. Climb inside there. I'll lift it up.
Just climb in between the scales. All right.
What does
just
the heart
curious.
do? Rafe?
Yeah.
It's used in all kinds of crazy stuff.
The muscle. Pumps blood
Major
throughout the body.
potion creation, things like that. Wish, I think.
How many teeth did we get? Just so I have it in my notes.
3.
3.
3 hearts, or 3 teeth, 3 scales, and 3 hearts.
The dragon has 3 hearts?
No, we didn't.
It
We
would
didn't
make
get any
sense.
hearts.
It's a
That was
large
joke.
creature. It's like Blackbeard.
Just gonna slip that one right past our DM.
Nah. Yeah. No.
All right. Sure. Let's take a gander across. How much do we want to roll later for how much loot we got?
It's already been granted.
Oh, perfect.
You
All
put the
the
money in the
coins,
shared treasure?
All the
Okay.
coins, the potion, and the scroll, which says 6th level spell scroll, which is Hero's Feast.
Neat. Perfect. Alrighty.
The pearl will get a
Uh,
write up later.
All right. Garlo will take a look. Just looking at this bridge, does it look fine? I mean, it's an ancient fortress, but does it look like it's definitely missing pieces? Or?
Stone. I mean, it's got some wear. There's ivy crossing it, but after it gets to the halfway point, the ivy just stops. It's some of it dangling off, but that's it.
Perhaps
Hey,
Widow doesn't
Garlo.
have jurisdiction over the other side.
Fair. I mean, if the bounds are forest.
We can hope.
Across the bridge.
Let's cross. Garlo puts his axe away and just has his rod just in his hand, just in case anything falls. And start walking.
Does anybody have you ever any the jug of water, the water or whatever?
Mhm. I'm sorry,
Have one of those?
my connection got really messed up.
Oh no, I was just asking them. Have you ever had one of the jug of endless water or whatever?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
you
no, I
had
have
that of wine, didn't you?
I have it of wine. I didn't know if we had one of water.
Yeah, no, I have the
That I'm aware
endless
of.
water.
You do?
Mhm.
Rafe, do you have that water jug? I kind of hold my dagger up. I kind of need to clean this off before I play it again.
Oh, taste it.
I mean, you could just wipe off the blood. That would be better. I mean, it's
Good
still
idea. And I wipe it on Rafe's. Thank you, Rafe.
on
You're
my
so...
clothes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my clothes
Appreciate
are magic, so it just goes away.
I didn't even think about that.
So yeah, problem solved. But I will pull out the. It is a bucket that is just constantly full of water.
Hell yeah.
So you can have some of that.
You're scrubbing.
Rafe prestidigitates the stains off his clothes.
I don't even have to. They're magic clothes.
Fair enough.
They have been guarded by the Scotch.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take a gander across the bridge.
The bridge is quite long. As you cross over, you feel the humidity and even feel the bugs. But then once you cross the halfway point, the humidity stays, but the bugs do not. As you get to the other side, the cavernous mouth in front of you begins to loom large. All right. Looking down, how are you lighting this up? Because the sun will fade, but it does not go
Dark
in.
vision.
Bullseye lantern.
Well, worst comes to worst, we can go back across the bridge and make some giant water louses and ride them.
I make some
Yay!
dancing lights.
So we have bullseye lantern, dancing lights. Looking through, you see what you see, which is this passage. And you make your way all the way up to an intersection. You've got one that goes north and one that goes to the east. Please move yourself up to the intersection, folks. From here, where do you hope to go?
Let's try and stay near the water if we can.
Can I make a perception check if I hear anything in either direction? Skittering or water running? I mean, the river's running behind us, but anything down these passageways?
It's actually remarkably quiet.
Reed, we can't move Lester.
Oh. Sorry.
He's
I'll
gone.
move Lester.
Gone but not forgotten. Goodbye, Lester.
Poor Lester. We beat a dragon. Who'd thunk it? Who'd thunk it? Oh, Lester. Right there when a dragon was slain.
That's true.
Did you actually hit the dragon, Lester?
Well, I hit it. It just didn't do much.
Ah.
But I was there. I didn't run. The
You
only
didn't
thing I
run.
was scared of
That's
was
true.
Luciano threatening my soul if I shot the dragon again, which was really awkward because I thought you guys wanted me to shoot the dragon.
Luciano needed to
Well,
steal its soul.
Initially, we wanted you to hit the drag, like damage it, and you didn't do that. So,
I was doing my best
Not
with
needed.
the tools I was given.
well, sure, yes, you did. You did. You know what, Lester? I think you did great. Stood by and you
Thank you
watched. And
very
you were a
much.
lookout. I appreciate that.
Feel free
That's
to
from-
give me some of your nifty magic items that I noticed you all kept. I got none of the treasure, I got none of the magic, and I took just as much risk as all of you.
Okay, how about
you
this
took-
tunnel up here? And Garlo
Yeah.
just starts walking to the left.
I
Or to the
think that's
north.
a great idea, Garlo. And he follows you right away.
I would like to cause harmless tremors using thaumaturgy. I want to scare the shit out of Lester.
Harmless tremors in him.
No, just like under him. I want him to feel like the ground is shaking under him, like something is coming.
Okay.
he talked
is
all big about
he
being
the
brave.
only one who will feel that?
That's my goal. Everybody
Wow.
can feel it.
It's thaumaturgy.
Okay.
It's one of the effects of thaumaturgy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just like when you can turn or put out a candle,
Yeah.
or make your eyes change and open doors. Those are
Yeah,
the other ones?
flicker,
Thaumaturgy
open
does
windows.
stuff.
Okay. At first there's some rumbling, and you hear, and everybody feels it because nobody else knows you're doing this, right, Luciano? Okay. So there's some rumbling here and there. Hold on here. I can't get this thing to give me what I need. Okay. We'll figure it out in a minute. You feel some tremors, and then Lester, of course, goes, you guys feeling that?
I now have decided I want him to think he's crazy. You talking about?
How does
You're
that
casting
work?
gaslight.
Yeah.
You mean the tremors?
Yeah.
Lester,
You-
what?
You mean the tremors, Lester?
Yeah. You guys feel that, right?
Yes, of course. Not sure what's causing it. I look up at the ceiling in case any boulders look like they're about to come crashing down.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I mean, that can't be good, right?
Let's not stay underground any longer than necessary.
Yeah. I don't like
Shine
it.
the light.
I move the lights north and I start heading that way.
You move the lights north. Okay, hold on 1 second here. I have to get something appropriate now. Because rumbling is rumbling.
Rumbling is rumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Rumbling, rumbling. The Attack on Titan intro music starts playing.
Everybody is rumbling, rumbling. Yeah. All right. So as you continue up and check yourselves there, the light lights up, and right at this point here, you get to what appears to be a body.
Ooh.
There is a skeletal body on the ground. It is larger than a human. It is larger than a wraith. Much heavier
Really?
bones.
About how tall is it? Can we tell?
It's like 7.5 feet tall. It appears to be missing any eyes.
Skeletons don't typically have eyes.
It has no eyes for its skull.
Interesting.
And it only has one arm.
Where's the arm attached?
The arm that is attached is at its shoulder.
Okay, so it's not like an arm is sticking out of the middle of its chest, like a cyclops.
No. It's missing an arm.
Oh, okay.
And it appears to be turned towards the narrow passage that goes west, and the one arm that's there somewhat point and rest in that direction.
Can I, not to be indelicate, but can I take, put my foot on the part of the arm bone, like by the elbow, break off the forearm, and huck it down that passageway?
What's indelicate about that?
One of the first things you do when you pick off that bone is, you guys have dealt with some aged bones before, is you realize how polished and clean the bones are.
I was actually going to ask to examine for cause of death.
You can't tell. It's just a cleanly polished, picked clean skeleton.
It looks like a creature ate it and was very thorough about getting all the meat off the bones.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you huck it down, and you hear it bounce off the wall on the backside as you huck it. And then there's an echo, a light echo at that. But there is an echo that goes down the
Is there any evidence that the arm got torn off on site?
You can't tell.
Just a
Everything's picked clean, so there's nothing to tell what got torn versus what didn't. But there is no muscle, no ligaments, no nothing. It is polished bone.
And it's still.
But is there
Yeah.
like maybe the start of an arm bone that's broken? Or are all the arm bones gone?
From the
Whatever
shoulder
was in the
joint.
shoulder socket, it's not there.
Okay.
I mean, that's a
I
good
can-
question. Those are good, solid questions. Yeah.
I
can
think
take a
something
look.
tore its arm off.
I think so. It makes a lot of sense. I can take a look down this way if we're worried about it. Because it
Well, we
was
don't-
pointing down this little passage, right?
It was. The body was.
Yeah.
I think we
I can
should
take a
just
look.
move on.
Do I hear anything down this passage?
Are you gonna go down the passage and listen a little bit?
I'll go to the mouth and take a listen.
You hear. It's kind of like listening into a seashell. You do hear what sounds like water down the way.
Okay, now I would like to use thaumaturgy again on Garla this time. I'd like to, ahead of time, I want him to hear a whisper that goes...
That says,
I didn't
what?
hear your whisper.
Yeah.
It's an ominous whisper. It's just whispering his name. He just hears, oh.
Garlo pulls his axe.
Is he the only one who would hear that?
No, everybody can hear it. It's just an ominous whisper from there, but he's purposefully listening, he said, so he can hear it.
Okay.
I'm having fun now that I have a soul back. I found my joy in life.
Your
I
fun
hope
is
you-
tormenting the rest of us into being terrified something's going to eat us or kill us.
Your decision how you interpret it.
No, it's good. It's good that you have your soul back because I will feel less bad when I break your shins. Yeah, Garlo, it sounds like the water edge down there could be a good landing for the beach. I'll
Cool.
take a look. Garlo's
Go.
gonna step in,
Okay.
and he has his
Okay.
bullseye
great.
lantern, so he just shines it down.
Okay. You shine it down, and the first thing you spot is a series of tunnels that go left and that go right. And you're hearing water from both sides. So knowing you, you pick whichever one you pick. It really doesn't matter because by the end of it, you figure out it's a circle. And then you get to the end, and I'm assuming you're going all by yourself, Garlo?
Yeah, I'm a scout. I can stealth too. So,
There appears to be a boat tethered, an intact wooden rowboat that can hold up to 4 people in their equipment, tethered to the mouth of the cave.
sturdy looking as far as Garlo's concerned. No,
Very
like
sturdy.
noticeable hold.
Very sturdy.
Yeah, I shout back up the hole. Said, "Oh, hey, there's a boat down here. It looks good."
I look at the others and then I start to follow Garlo.
These trimmers make me nervous. All right.
Watch where you step.
All right. Hold on a second here. I have to change something here.
Okay. And then while we're looking at this, because
Okay.
up another level there was rapids and whatnot, but down here is this like gentle river
Gentle.
flowing?
Gentle.
Gentle river. I looked to them. I said, I know we have the nice boat. I know we have the bird. Do we want to just try rowing first? Use it if we need it?
If we can, I take the token out and I call the bird. Is it big enough for me to call the bird?
In
Like
this
over the
in-
river?
Like you're gonna have to step out to the beach.
Yeah, I do that.
So who's doing what now in what order here? Because it matters because I have to know where people are standing.
Sure.
All right,
Garlo
so
steps to the
Garlo
side.
kind of steps up to the side and gets on that last little ledge of beach, and you cast out the rock, the ROC rock, the big bird.
Does the river big enough?
It is. However, there's a lot of flapping that has to be done to keep a large bird like that in the air. So the question is there enough room top and bottom? And places there are, but from your experience going up and down the river, it is not like that everywhere.
Well, we can
You mean
still
to
use
have
it to pull us as far as it can go.
Okay. Garlo starts taking some rope and like lashing it to the boat, and then
I take I
What
cast Mage
what
Hands.
rope are you lashing to the boat?
I have rope because I have a patch. And Garlo reaches into his vest, pulls out a patch, and it turns into 50 feet of hempen rope.
Yeah, but what are you lashing it to? Like, why?
The
It's already
boat.
attached. It's already tethered.
No, I'm
Oh.
making new rope because
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna give it to the bird to hold on to, and then
Okay.
jet ski us, I guess.
So you lash
Oh,
it in
yeah.
there. Okay. And so you're holding it over and lashing it as you lean over the boat and putting stuff around and going in and getting it on the boat hooks and stuff like that. And... All right, cool. You've got it in your hand.
I look at Turcha.
I cast Mage Hands, and I use Mage Hands to move the other end of the rope out to the rock's feet to grab.
Okay. It grabs the rope.
Technically, you said the boat's for 4. Can we cram 5 in there?
I mean, you can certainly
I'm
try.
Flying, so don't worry about me.
Oh,
So
I was
it's
going to say,
4.
Garlo wants to ride the rock.
Okay. You want to just shimmy on that rope all the way up and go on there, Garlo?
Yeah, I've got boots of springing. I can leap.
All right. So he leaps, blinks on the tightrope, and then moves his way up to the bird. He makes it. Boom. He's on the bird.
Oh, okay.
All right. So who's getting in the boat?
The rest of us, I guess.
All right. Who's getting in the boat?
I am getting in the boat.
Rafe
I'm
jumps
getting
in the boat. Before Turja can jump into the boat immediately has teeth that grows out of it, snaps shut, and immediately detethers itself from the sandy beach. It is still stuck to the rock, but it is getting itself unstuck rather quickly. Right now, what is happening is
The mimic?
it's a mimic.
boat.
It's a mimic. So, surprise, surprise. The first thing it's going to do is try to beat you to death after the first bite. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. Well, with that, it's going to get one free shot with its pseudopod as it attempts to punch you to death. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Okay. You are now, engaged with this mimic. It is fighting with you. It is trying to get isolated from you, and at the same time, it's maneuvering and shaping its body to try to dump this rope as fast as it can that's now attached to it.
Yeah, it's cool. I thunderstep.
I was gonna say, is it just
Oh
Rafe?
my
Yeah.
gosh, where are you thunderstepping to?
Right back to shore.
Vroom, vroom. All right, what's the damage on that? That's con save 16.
Got save 16 against 3d10 thunder damage. So 19 on that roll.
Rolls a 12, so go ahead and roll that 19 thunder damage.
19 thunder damage.
Okay. That is... You see it kind of as the thunder wave or the thunder step blasts through it, and you land on the beach. And it floats away.
How
Injured.
rude.
Hurt and shedding the ropes that are now dangling off of the back of the rock.
Oh, I mean, it's still tied up. Can I drag this bastard out of the water?
You can, but by the time you get to it, it's just going to drop in the water and get away. I mean, it's not really worth your time.
Okay.
If you guys want to chew it up, yeah, you'll easily crush it to death. We can just make that a thing.
It tried to bite Rafe. I'm upset.
But it did, and you turn into a smear with just the first 3 hits that you make on it because it doesn't have that many hit points. But it was a thing. Welcome to the Undermountain. Things will
Hey,
hurt
Lasta,
you
you have that folding boat we had before.
Yes, ma'am. That
Let's
thing
get-
tried to eat him. I've heard of these things. I've never seen one up close.
I
Rafe,
should have
are you-
known.
Are you okay?
It didn't hurt me.
You suppose that's what ate the one-armed skeleton thing back there?
Yes, we should have known it was a mimic just from that.
Oh well. Here's the boat. How's it work again? I just carry it. You guys tell me how it works.
Well, hell, I don't
Turns his
remember
command
how it
word.
works.
Are you gonna do the rowboat or are you gonna do a bigger boat? I think last time you did.
It's a command
longbow.
word,
The
right?
rowboat's fine. The rowboat's 4 people, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Garlo's gonna ride the bird, so 4 people's fine.
Okay.
Can I?
Well, you also got Luciano
Never
on a
mind.
broom.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's true.
So, all right. So 2 people in the boat, 1 on a broom, 1 Garlo on a rock. How long does the rock stay?
A while, but give me a second. Feather token.
Qualms. Let's see. The bird can carry 500 pounds.
Maximum of 144 miles with a rest hour for every 3 hours of flying. Or let's see. Yeah, the bird disappears after flying its maximum distance for the day, or if it drops to 0 hit points. So it stays for 144 miles.
Okay. You manage to go through one of the most perilous trips after you get past the initial water back up the rapids. These rapids were difficult enough to go down. They're absolutely destructive. The rock multiple times slams into stalagmites, stalactites, other things in the roof of the cave, the sides of the cave, just trying to get you through there to follow your commands. In the course of doing that, hold on 1 second here. It manages to get you to the next level up. 1 second. Here we go. You guys even feel the sense of dread as you get past the area you remember once you get past the rapids. And then from there, the rock, bleeding, broken and crumpled, gets you to this point right here with your boat before it fades away from the damage it's taken just getting you up there. So it's gotten you past the hardest part, the rapids. You're now back to calmer waters again.
Can I call this thing again tomorrow, or is it done for good?
No, you can call it again.
Okay. I look at the others and I say, well, we have a choice. We can rest here for the night and let the rock refresh itself and use it again in the morning, or we can keep going.
That was 3
on our own.
hours. That was 3 hours. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, you said it vanished from lack of hit points, so that's not the same as vanishing from distance maxing out.
it didn't max out the distance.
Yeah,
It took
that's
you- but it was only 3 hours of that time to get to that far.
Okay.
Considering
do
it
we
took you
wanna-
like 10 to 15 minutes to get down, I'd say you're doing all right.
I think we could probably try to row our way up a bit more, but how about a short rest? I mean, Rafe, you took a licking during that fight. I got hit. Anyone need a short rest while we just collect ourselves for a
hurt.
moment?
Yeah.
no objection.
Throw a
Quick
song.
short rest here on the beach.
Or D6. Wait.
Say again?
You get a free 1d8.
And Lucy, if you're attuned to that parapet necklace, remember you double hit dice regained.
I'm full.
Some of us were actually in that dragon fight. Just
I'm the one who took poison damage or whatever.
If you'll recall, I managed to get nearly 90 points of damage on that thing.
You did?
Yeah.
Garlo full on, like Garlo and Turja are just kind of like shit talking Lucy. Like he got the killing blow, but it's just Turja and Garlo are just like, oh yeah, you did a lot during that fight, didn't you, Lucy?
Yeah,
Oh,
I took a lot of damage. I held him down. Yeah, you know,
Oh yes, it was all
I mean, the
you.
holding is kind of a big deal. Like,
Well, the
truly.
holding, yeah, that's fair. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then while it was down and unconscious, it took you how many swings to actually hit it?
Okay, some of us aren't so needing to be brutal with our forces. Some of us are a little more finesse with our damage usually.
Stop.
that
You
what
said
you-
too much. The correct answer is enough.
Enough. Thank you.
Luciano,
Yeah.
I'm
I-
on your side. There's no way I would have hit that dragon if you hadn't held it in place. I saw your
Didn't
magic
hit
do
it.
its legendary work.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. You know what, Lester? Yeah, you're one of my boys right now.
That's exactly right, Lester. Lucy was only slightly more effective than you were.
That's right. I don't take any offense to that because Luciano has magic, and so do you, and so do you, and I don't.
While we're all resting, I talk to Tirulai and I say, so, how did you end up in that dragon anyway?
Oh, well, that's a long story. Suffice it to say, a series of adventures led us down here, and someone who thought they were a little better than they were, well, they went with a fight with the dragon after already most of their party was already killed and destroyed, and they decided they were going to be a heroic paladin and defeat the dragon and bring glory to Lathander's light and other bullshit that didn't work anyway, even though I told him not to. And it worked out. It at least got me in the skull of the sleeping dragon. But after that, before I regained control of the dragon, well, dragon ate him. It was it for him. It's all gone. That's why we have the Black Pearl. But anyway,
Was the pearl I took black?
yes.
Oh. Do you want me to give you the black pearl?
I want you to add it to my many gems and emeralds all over. He was never a great fit, but someone like you, someone who understands the ability to bend a little for good, do the right things at all times for the greater good, and to find balance here and there, as well as enjoying the finer things in life. You're a perfect fit.
If you say so. I give it the pearl.
No, you have to actually take me to a wizard and have it.
Oh, I
Stalled.
didn't realize. I'll
Yes.
take care of it when I get a chance.
Yes, please do. Please spend some of that treasure to put it in me. Then I shall become even more powerful for you.
Is that sword still a prick?
I can
Have I-
hear him. I like
What?
him.
What are you talking about? What?
I'm just asking, is that sword still a prick? Sounded like a prick when I had it, so...
Doesn't sound like a prick to me. What did it say to you?
Said immediately that I wasn't supposed to be wielding it.
Oh,
Oh.
maybe it just likes me better than you.
Well, to be clear, it asked for anybody else down there.
Yeah.
To either you or, I think, Rafe? I don't think Lucy. I look at Lucy. Maybe Lucy. But
What?
it just didn't want to be in my hand.
What do I know about what this sword can do? Do I know everything it can do?
Well, you're having a nice short rest, but this is your chance to attune to it to find out.
I'll do that.
Place your hand upon the handle. Upon doing so, you discover a great deal of ancient knowledge. Terralai is quite old. By old, I mean thousands and thousands of years old. The history becomes clear to you. This is a sword of elven make from the original mythal of Myth Draenor, a far-away elven kingdom that has fallen long, long, long ago. The sword has a blade that shall never dull. It is razor sharp, as a sword of sharpness should be. It is neutral good. It has so many emeralds embedded in its hilt and pommel, along with other precious gems that really accentuate it in a beautiful way. Its blade is emerald colored and ever shines. The sword is now bonded to you and cannot be removed from you as long as you two are attuned to each other. The sword has several spell effects and has multiple charges. At this time, it has 6 charges. A creature attuned to this sword can use an action to expend 1 or more charges to cast one of the following spells from it without material components. Fly for 2 charges, Polymorph for 3 charges, or Transport via plants for 4 charges. All of this is within the description of the item. It is a brilliantly intelligent sword, and it is very convincing. It can hear and see everything, to include true sight, which means out to 120 feet, not much is getting by this magical creature. It communicates telepathically with you, and can speak, read, and understand Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan. And it can ascertain the true value of any gemstone brought within 5 feet of it. In the course of your bonding with this sword, you understand that this thing really admires the arts, music, poetry, painting, great beautiful items. But you also sense the item continually wants to be improved in its looks.
Do I sense anything about, does it have any ability to take control of me?
You don't sense
I
that.
would love it. Do it.
If it can, that has not been revealed.
Okay.
I mean, it was in a dragon's brain.
I mean, it took over a dragon,
That's true.
a creature of great power and will.
I think at this point I'm willing to take the risk.
Good stories start with bad decisions. What are the rest of you doing while she's bonding with Tiralai?
Lucy, you mind if I get that necklace back now that you're not in complete danger of
What?
dying immediately?
I'm always in danger of dying immediately. Hold on.
I mean, a little less. I mean, your soul's not going to get snatched right away anymore.
Fine, I take it off. Here you go. Thanks, by the way.
What is the necklace again?
The
Wound closure?
Oh
wound
yeah,
closure
periaptive
necklace.
wound closure. Yeah.
My hat back on now. Didn't feel right without this anyway.
Okay. So now that the periapt is back, Rafe, what are you doing?
I don't think I have anything specifically to do here.
Nonsense, Rafe. Valuable. Damage that dragon.
True.
You're on the dragon herding team, I say really loudly. That less.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need any of these things per se.
Okay. Nothing else?
I think so. I think Garlo's just gonna keep just kind of a side eye on that sword.
Lester sharpens his blades and works the action on the crossbow a few times continually, trying to make sure he gets everything ready. And you see him continually like trying to adjust where his stuff is to get it to work. All right, so you keep a side eye on the sword?
Just a little curious, talking things and whatnot. And it was rude, so then I think
fuck this.
turns to Lucy and be like, to tell you the truth, that sword, bit of a prick. Huh?
Ah! Oh my god, Garlo, the wit.
I try. I've honestly been thinking about it for a long time. I've just been trying to think of sword puns the whole after the fight was done.
You're a real cut up.
Damn it, you make it look so easy. Okay. To try to hide his embarrassment that he lost his pun really fast, Garlo's gonna just look at the boat and say, I think turn to Rafe, say, as far as moving this one, I mean, rowing, and then if we just tie Lucy's broom to the front of it.
You want me to pull it?
Give us some... Yeah, I mean, if you pull, I don't think you can pull us completely, but I think if you pull us a bit, then we're rowing. I mean, it would just be like extra.
Paddle to work.
Luciano, let's assume you guys do this and you put the rope to Luciano. Luciano, how are you holding onto the broom and the rope and making sure you don't fall off the broom as you're pulling this boat?
Why can't he tie the rope to the broom?
I was going to say that too.
Broom?
But no, I wasn't going to pull it on the broom. You misunderstood what I said. I said I could pull it. Luciano is going to jump into the water and polymorph into a giant shark.
Oh, shit.
Can you really do that? Can you do that?
Yeah.
It's got polymorph.
I do.
How are you
Make
holding
sure
the
if
rope?
it's freshwater, you try to polymorph into a freshwater creature.
Yeah, go for a bull shark. They can do both.
Yeah.
Maybe go for an animal that breathes air.
Doesn't it have to be a creature you have seen?
I don't think
grew up
polymorph.
in
I'm pretty sure
Waterdeep.
that's wild shape. One is in one.
I'd say, too, growing up in Waterdeep, it's a harbor town. People get eaten by sharks and they pull them out of the water.
I'll give him that.
Maybe a seal.
Yeah, you want to be a
Or
seal?
a dolphin.
Sea lion.
Yeah.
Sea lion.
No, there's no requirement on me having seen it. I'm pretty sure that's a wild shape.
Okay. So
Kick-ass.
sea lion, shark. What are we doing?
Giant shark, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. So when you say giant shark, what are you talking, like a mako?
No, I'm talking about the creature giant shark.
Okay.
50-foot swim speed, 23 strength.
I don't think a bull shark's that big.
No, the 5e beast.
Giant
Giant
shark.
shark.
The saltwater animal.
It doesn't
I
say
don't think
saltwater
it's-
animal on it.
Okay, we're gonna say that it's a freshwater, saltwater shark. It's a dire bull shark. Okay. Perfect. It works. Fits the bill. How are you attaching the rope?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hiding it?
either in my mouth, I'll wrap a little leather around it, have a little what's it called, reins,
Mhm.
or however they want to secure it.
Okay.
I'll leave the broom with them though. I'll make sure to take that out of my luggage before I transform.
Okay.
Carlo desperately thinks that he wants to use the broom, but then is just like, Lucy, chomp once if it's okay if I ride you.
Lucy.
I want to get on the back of a giant shark. That sounds kick-ass. And Garlo's small, so just kind of sits on it like Aquaman.
Okay. 1 second. This is exciting. Let's see here. As you guys continue up. All right, so you make it through that, and 1 second. You guys are coming up with creative ideas faster than I can come up with what you're going to do next, so bear with me as we figure this out. Here we go, guys. So you managed to get the boat moving. As you do so, you uncover, wait a second here. You get up, you get past the point that you exited. You remember this point right here. Can't see what I'm doing here. Right here, which was where you kind of looked out over things. And you choose to keep going, or you choose to keep going upriver?
Oh yeah, we're going all the way upriver, right?
Do we recall
Oh,
that the river actually goes to that underground harbor?
It does.
I mean, we were told those things, but nobody actually knows. Or I should say, nobody in our party actually knows.
Yeah.
Side-eyes Rafe, or do we?
Okay. We are going to load yet another map. Stand by. That's the great thing about, how fast you can load a map on this. That I love about Shard Tabletop.
That and every map somehow looks like a giant snake once you've played on it.
Sure.
It's a river. That's a natural thing.
Especially the way you guys explore things. Yeah. Okay. As you continue up river, you get to this point here. You see passageways to the north and south, a cavern that basically bisects the river. You could choose to get out here or not, but this definitely does not look like a harbor. Is that what you choose to do? What are you choosing to do?
No, I remember now. The teleport gate is it was in the woods, and that would get us to the harbor. It's not this river at all.
As far as we know, then still going upriver then?
This river will get to the harbor, but you are not close.
I suppose it's worth a try. The water has to be coming from somewhere.
It's the best lead we have. And then I guess the other question is how long polymorph an hour. So.
Well, then that's where you stop.
Okay.
No, I'll give you further than that. You got past the second set of rapids with a shark, and you get to right here. This is the part where the shark actually has already faded out. You guys row to get to this point.
Garlo has to pull Lucy out of the water
he's got a rope still strapped to his mouth. He's like, yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad. Hold on a second here. What happened to my
Reed? You went away.
Yeah, trying to figure that out. There we go. Looks like I'll be coming back here in a sec. There we go. Not sure what just happened there. All right. So this is your exit point for now. It is now, about nighttime. You stumble into the cave area, the initial area, and then you see that you are kind of in this space here with stalagmites and cavernous columns coming down. Let me check something here real quick. All right. As you start searching around, the water behind you and everything else, it's obvious that you can hear sounds occasionally upriver. The occasional echoing squall or scream or growl. Not all at once, not all the time. It's just every now and again you'll hear something. As you get into the yawning maw of this cave, it looks like a maw of some great fish as you walk in. Natural columns of rock are supporting the 30-foot high ceiling. In the middle of this cave stands a half-crumbled statue of a princely human clad in plate armor, his sword drawn and at the ready. As you walk further in, right about here.
Who do you think that guy is?
We can't see our tokens.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not on there.
Well, let's do this. Good call, folks.
There we go.
Do any of us recognize the statue?
No. You have no idea who this is. And it's a crumbling statue at that.
Okay.
However, as you go further in, hold on a second here.
Would there be
It's pretty tame as far as this area is concerned. There's not a lot else going on here. What do you want to do?
We might as well make camp, I suppose. I don't see any reason not to.
Sure.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
How do you wish to make camp?
Magic tent.
Oh, yeah.
Magic tent? Where are you putting the magic tent?
Can we go a little bit further up on this beach? Garlo goes around this corner. This looks like a little alcove kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I do a quick look around? Looks solid, just kind of a cave wall essentially.
It does. It looks predominantly as a natural cave wall should. Nothing too out of place other than rock. The weirdest thing here is the statue in the middle of the cave.
I want to inspect the statue.
Okay.
Kind of trying to see if there's writing on it, if there's anything that would indicate what the statue is doing here.
Make a history check.
I also would like to inspect the statue.
I'm gonna burn
Okay.
my last gift of life.
Both of you can make history checks separately from each other.
And I asked
I'll do it later.
Tirolai if there's any writing or something.
Oh, 25.
Sees nothing.
Boozy with the smart kid. Oh yeah, I forgot
That's
you have your
right.
nice hat.
I got my little band on.
Luciano, you don't know much about armor, but what you do know is this is armor that is from a bygone age. It predates you by at least 100 or 200 years. In terms of the styling, the ornate pieces that are in the statue's sculpt. And to be fair, the statue is a little worn. Turja, you recognize similar things, not as much as Luciano does.
Mm-hmm.
Luciano, you also recognize that
Having an art history discussion with Turja.
inside the sculpt of the statue, the tabard that he has is for an order of knights that doesn't really exist anymore.
This band, I've not seen that ever. Have you? Do you
Except in the
recognize
history
this?
books.
Yeah, never seen.
I asked Tirolai. Tirolai is thousands of years old.
Yeah, yes, but I wasn't here when this happened, so I know nothing of it.
Well, it was worth asking.
Yes, of course. Do you see any sparkly bits around it, maybe? Is it...
Do I?
No.
I shrug and say, sorry, Tirolai. No luck.
I didn't see it either. I was hoping.
How big is the statue?
It's a human. Matches this size, scope, and scale of a human exactly.
So it's correct in size. It's not like a large statue.
Nope. Standing there on the beach, sword drawn.
I would like to
Ready for
shift
action.
into. I would like to disguise self to wear his armor. Change my clothes to his.
So you do your best, because it's not a perfect statue anymore. You do your best to match it up. You do a pretty passable look. Nicely done. Nicely done. What else are you doing?
Well, that's. I'm just gonna go and bother everybody with my new armor. You guys like it? Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that. It's kind of a relic.
Garlo points out to Rafe, this little alcove here would be a good spot for the tent, just over here, and then is gonna just wander a little bit further, looking out around this opening, as far as if he sees anything or anything else amiss, just further in this cave, just to know his surroundings.
Before you get even that far, go ahead and pull yourself back a little bit. shining your bullseye lantern, you see the back of the cave, but scarily more than that, what you see is even more statues. How do I explain this? The cave gets even higher up. There is a
Higher?
Yeah, the main cave has a 40-foot high ceiling. However, its ceiling is filled with the petrified victims of a Medusa.
Sure.
It appears to be. Because
where are these
how else would all
statues?
these statues? They're in the ceiling, wrapped in thick webs of gray cocoons.
So about setting up that tent, Rafe.
So you see
Big.
all these statues wrapped up.
I take some steps back, nice and nonchalant, and tell Rafe, said, I think we should find somewhere else to camp tonight. And I gesture with my lantern pointing up at the ceiling.
That seems prudent.
How does everyone feel about a houseboat?
Yo, that sounds like a trip. Let's do it.
Why? What's wrong?
There's more
Do you need a
statues.
reason to get on a houseboat? That sounds like a party. I was kind of excited.
If you're for anything, I'm against it.
Garlo just grabs Rafe, brings him over, it's just very much that nonchalant in a Jurassic Park sort of way, and we're walking and we're leaving.
Did you hear that?
No, nobody heard anything. We're leaving.
Did you? Somebody's whispering about something about a queen, mad as mad can be.
That's it. Garlo
Sounds like you are mad as mad can be.
No, I swear I hear it in the cave.
Garlo grabs Lester, and he has 12 athletics, so Lester can't fight.
I'm not fighting you, mate. I don't want to die.
He literally picks him up. Everyone to the boat! Everyone to the boat!
Boat!
Finally, it dawns on me that if the others are being cautious, then there's something really scary over there.
Boat party!
You see there's a beach on the other side.
All right, boat it is.
Garlo says,
Don't play the
The
music
fo-
too loud, Lucille, no.
how big can the boat be?
What a
It can
party
be
without
bigger
loud
than
music.
this. I make it into a larger boat. I forget the details.
Yeah, it has 3 sizes, right?
Yeah, I
It
make it to the
has,
medium
yeah.
size.
Let's see here.
Listen, the tent that I need to be able to set up is the kind of tent that you can set up in the bed of a pickup truck.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, it's
So-
nice to have some balcony around. Wrap around
Sure.
deck.
Let's see what I can do here. Equipment, magic items. Let's see what the folding boat can do.
Folding boat. There it is.
24 feet long, 8 feet wide, 6 feet deep.
Good enough for a tent.
I mean, that fits in the river. It's not a. It's a little tight, but it's doable.
I mean,
Well, yeah,
we
if
can,
we're up in this area up here,
yeah, we
there's
can
more
just
than enough
moor
room.
right in the middle of the lake.
yeah.
I mean, it comes with an anchor, deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail. Hold 15 creatures, medium creatures of your sizes pretty comfortably. Or you could do the 10-foot long, 4-foot wide, 2-foot deep boat,
I'm doing the medium-sized boat, so that we can all get in and get out of here.
which only holds 4 medium creatures comfortably.
The medium-sized boat.
Yeah, let's see here. The second one does the 24-foot long, and the third one makes it back into a boat.
So there's a big boat and a small boat.
Yeah.
The second command word, 24 feet long, holds 15 medium creatures comfortably. We should be fine.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Where are you putting the boat?
In the river.
Right
Where?
up this way.
You're gonna put it up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice and north in the middle of the bay, and then it has anchors, so we can just weigh the anchor.
Okay. Fair. So you
And
guys are there.
Probably put some safety ties on these rocks too.
I was gonna
Put safety
I was
ties
just
on the
gonna click
rocks?
the rod in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clicking the rod's probably the best bet. You literally
yeah,
tie
yeah.
it to the middle of the boat and put it where they want to get to the rod. They got to get on the boat in the first place if somebody wants to do that.
Hmm.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean,
An immovable rod we trust.
exactly. With
What's
that,
up the rod?
you hear the sounds of what could only be described as something gnawing on bones further upriver.
Can't be a dragon, right?
I mean,
Right?
probably wouldn't want to bet on that.
An
What a
hour
chance
later,
there's
as
two
you're
dragons.
sitting on the boat and you're starting to finally get to relax, you hear something make just an obscene, squealing, horrible death shrill sound.
Crazy.
Chopping. 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 Of a body.
So I'm going to go ahead and just set up my tent. Right out there on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I've always liked that.
I mean, could we put it in the deck cabin? It has one. So,
Technically,
like
yes.
a house in a house.
What are you putting in the deck cabin?
The tent that I'm going to use Rafe's travel tent on.
You can, or you can put it in the. I don't think it'll fit in the deck cabin, but I think it will.
Oh yeah,
fit on
well,
the
it's a
deck.
2-man tent. It'll fit.
Okay, I thought it was bigger than that.
No,
on
it's-
the inside?
on the inside, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can throw it in there. Yeah.
Probably best. I mean, we'll definitely need to keep watch tonight. So, who wants
Sure.
to go first?
I just need my 7.5 hours to recover my spells.
Just
Yeah, I'm
need
a little
my
tapped
full-
out. My
I
voice.
just need my full rest.
Yeah.
I said I'll go first.
Oh,
I'll
thank
take-
you. I was just about to offer, but since you were so kind, I'll go to sleep.
I'll take morning shift. So last.
All right.
Where's our marine eater?
As you, who's on first watch?
Me.
Okay. Everything seems to pass rather quietly for your watch. Who's on second watch?
That's either going to be Luciano or I. Luciano
Either
Rochambeau.
way. Sure.
So
Okay.
who's on it?
Luciano.
I wake up
won.
Luciano.
Okay, so Luciano is on watch. Luciano, as you're sitting there, you can hear like some giggles for a minute in the distance of like what sounds like an old lady.
An old lady. Yuck.
Granny smells the fresh ones in the area. Granny's excited to see new friends. Granny's. Oh, back to lunch. Bye, new friends. We'll see each other very soon. You smell so delicious.
And then it echoes through the cave for a minute. And then you hear the sound of like,
Good voice. I should use that sometime. Luciano's remembering how it sounds.
and it fades away. And it fades away. A little giggly laugh.
Character study.
You're practicing off the echo as it's going. So it's like, hee, 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 hee.
Ooh.
All right.
And that is all you hear, except for the water trickling by slowly but surely. Who's
Cool.
next?
I'll go wake up whoever's next.
Yeah,
Is that
I
right?
lost
Hey,
Roshan, so I'm next.
All right,
There's
Rafe,
an old lady out there. Don't bear any mind. She's eating, I think.
you are just more than halfway through your watch. Everyone else is in the tent inside the cabin, and you hear the sound of what can only be described as a fireball going off. And you see a little bright flash out of view, but you see the cavern to the north has a bright flash briefly.
Okay.
And you hear the sounds of what can only be described as a slithering tongue of Elvish that sounds disgusting the moment you hear it.
And then you said I can kind of see where it came from?
You know it came from the north. There's a flash of light from the north, but it's not direct light. It's like you see the light, like it's
Okay.
an orangish bright flash, but the echo of the explosion was definitely noticeable as it thundered down the pathway.
So, through most of my watch, I've been casually making ice cubes in the water, watching it float away.
Mm-hmm.
But when that happens, I will turn towards the north, and I am going to cast a message in the general direction of that fireball and say, "Hey, you know it's very rude to light up the night like that. You can respond to this message."
You speak Undercommon?
I do not.
You speak Drow?
I do not.
And that's all you get.
That was an interesting response. I do speak Elvish, though.
Not enough.
Okay.
The languages have diverged.
All right. I have a little bit more information. And with that...
Does
I
he
will wake up
recognize
Gar-
the language?
Yeah, it sounds like a dialect of Elvish.
But dirty.
Yeah.
Dripping with venom.
From a scholarly perspective, Rafe would probably be able to guess that it is a dialect of Elvish he doesn't know, and they are underground, so he wouldn't make that conclusion, but somebody else could.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy could with his headband.
That's right. Lucy's pretty freaking smart.
He's pretty
So-
smart. Smart boy.
Is that it?
That's
Nothing
it.
else, Reed?
Nothing else
Alright.
happens. Garlo.
And I will wake Garlo for the last watch. And I will tell him, Luciano mentioned that there was a lady making noises, like she was eating and talking about things. And during my watch, there was a bright blast, like a fireball to the north. On a whim, I cast message, and I got a response in a dialect of Elvish I don't understand.
You heard an explosion and you thought to reach out?
Yeah, cast message. Tell them it was rude.
Okay, fair enough.
Also,
Get
yes.
some rest.
I made ice cubes. Basically
Jarlo
doing
just
my
like
time
sees
watch.
just a whole mess of them just like floating away. Like, ah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's going to cause any problems. Anyway, good night.
Anyway, good night. After he's revealed that you guys are even here. This is beautiful.
Garlo definitely posts up towards the north of the ship. Actually, he kind of climbs up to a higher vantage point and just looks out.
Are you still on the boat?
Yeah, no, on the
Just
ship.
checking.
The ship has a little bit of a top part of it. It has a
Yeah.
sail, so. Does anything happen? I can make a perception check, but my passive is 18.
What do you have out on the boat? How are you
Ouch.
seeing in the dark?
I think probably just my. I think I'll just probably use my bullseye lantern.
Okay. So as you're looking around passively, and you have your bullseye lantern out. At some point, you don't catch it until they disappear under the water. But you see something goes bloop, bloop, under the water.
To the
Ooh.
north of us or to the...
To the north of you.
Garlo will expend a
It was about 60 feet north.
60 feet.
Mhm.
Garlo is going to spend a psionic die, so he doesn't draw attention, but is going to psychically communicate to everybody that just quick.
If they're
No
in the
need.
tent, they're in an extra dimensional space, and that will not work.
It seems okay. Then
I mean, you
I
could
will.
step in.
100%. Garlo is just going to, he'll slip down, he'll slip down and just open the flap of the door so he can see everyone, and then use his psionic die to message everybody to say, just heads up, might be something, and just goes back out, and just full-on menace, puts the bullseye lantern down, takes off his jacket and puts it on the boat, and just like is on the deck sharpening his axe.
Hell yeah.
Just sparks going into the water, and just full menace. And now that the link is established, they should be able to communicate. Then I will keep watch for the remainder of mine, but if nothing happens, I cast that psionic die, but I would like to reach out to Tyrael in a private chat.
Tiralai.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming you mean the sword.
Yep.
Okay.
It can communicate. It's a sentient creature, and I can communicate.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If you mean no harm to me and mine, then you can stay. I don't immediately trust you because you were controlling that dragon, but I'm willing to give you the benefit. But no, if you do anything to take control of Turja, I will make it my life's goal to rend you down to the barest elements. And no, unlike you, I am completely fireproof.
That's all you get back.
I didn't hear anything.
It's
Yeah.
snored.
Oh.
It just snored.
Doesn't have
Even
to
though
talk
it was, psychically in its head.
That psychically, that's what it sends back.
And then, just the rest of my watch.
Okay. That's a beautiful watch, by the way. You wake up, Lester. And Lester's like, all right, I've got watch while you guys set up. This damn cave gets darker and darker by the minute. You hear a door slam as you're changing shifts. And it's not like a wooden door, it's like a stone door.
Just look out. Does it sound like to the north, to the south,
To the west.
the west?
Wait.
I don't think we should be going that way either. Hopefully this bird will get us good and far away.
So, how long of rest or watches are we taking?
2 hours.
It up.
All right.
All right. So now that you're back online, are you guys making like a breakfast and stuff while you're there? What are you doing? You gotta eat.
I mean, we have rations that we bought from the tavern before we left.
Yeah,
You
no,
cold?
the tent takes care of that.
The tent takes care of food?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's so good.
All right. Do we want to call back Sam to go first, or what do we want to do?
Sam.
Yeah, the rock.
I don't think that the river's wide enough for the rock.
Is it? I mean, looking out right here, I mean, it might get narrower. Does it feel any tighter than it was?
What's the wingspan of the rock?
It's a gargantuan creature, so. What is that? 4 spaces? 5 spaces?
Well, I'll put it this way.
I mean, it's probably big enough where we are right this second, but we know that just in a little bit the river narrows considerably.
While they're doing all that and we're having breakfast prepared for us, I will be slowly doing 10-minute interval castings.
10-minute interval castings to do what?
I'm giving Gift of Luck.
Okay.
And as usual, I will cast Mage Armor.
And as usual, I will cast Mage Armor. I love it. Okay. This is what you see further north as you move up further before you get the rock. You guys do a little recon. There's definitely no room for the rock anymore. Okay. The wingspan would get crumped right here.
Lucy, you feel like swimming again, or do we just want to row?
Whichever guys you want to do. I start doing stretches just in case.
Can we pull the boat with the broom? I'm not comfortable with Lucy being in the water with some of the things we saw yesterday.
I wonder.
It might be safer if he's out of the water.
As you get to this point right here, you see something crawl upon the beach from the water, and it looks like you ever seen The Ring?
Mm-hmm.
No, nor do I wish to.
Imagine the long-haired creature, except instead of coming out of the TV, they're coming out of the water, and their skin is blue-green with long black.
Is that one of yours, Rafe?
And it just slithers in, and then you hear
could be a water
He
hag.
likes the smells of the new friends as it goes further and further in.
Let's not stay to make friends.
You said it was leaving the water, right, Reed?
It left the water, crawled up onto the beach, eventually made its way onto 2 legs, and walked down what can only be described as you shine the lights in. What goes from a cavern to a finely hewn wall.
Well, I mean, it will try to eat us, but it's probably just a water hag.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
No desire to find out what that is. So, we can see what our top speed is. Lucy, if you feel like giving us a pull with the broom instead of the shark form first, and just see how we go for the first few hours.
Fine.
Garla will get on the oars, and then so Lucy pulling and us rowing.
Okay, from here, you guys make it all the way through this icky area. Some rocky terrain further up here. You managed to avoid a few stalactites that are actually not stalactites but piercers that dropped and missed you and went straight into the water. Bad day for them. All the way up, more river. Narrower and narrower it goes. And when we come back next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction, we will find out where the party ends up. In the Undermountain.